How are you? Oops. Let's see. Here we are.
Yay!
Hey.
I got my hair.
Yes, beautiful people, here we are. We are in, we are live in such a profound Master Gateway 99. Oh my goodness. So let us just give some time for people to join in. Welcome everybody. Do you see the chat, darling? It's on the right.
Yes. Yeah.
You will be seeing the chat. So anybody who is joining and coming in, and we are inviting you, say hello.
Hi.
With us, right? How you can hear us and see us. So we, get ready for this amazing, unique experience again. Oh my goodness. We are going to talk about one of our passions, I think, right?
Yeah. Light language.
Light language, yes. Oh, hello, ladies. You're both look amazing, Millie. Thank you, Millie.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So we have a feedback. Is the sound and the video okay, Millie, and everybody else who's joining? Just give us this big, yay, all is well. Hello, Sarah and Victoria, I can hear and see you both perfectly. Okay, so we have a second feedback. Okay, beautiful people, we have this 1 hour together. I feel both of us, so we are going to focus on light language today. We're gonna make a little small intro, and so we can really navigate this ease and grace. We made a presentation, so you also have a visual information, and we're actually gonna try now to see. So Sarah, would you, darling, turn off your video but stay with your sound on so we can hear you? I will do the same, and we will put the presentation. Yes, and you can all let us know how is that. Darling, are you still here?
I'm here.
Perfect. You did the presentation.
I do.
Yay! Okay. So I would just make a small intro, and then I will give the word to Sarah, and this is how we're gonna flow. It's all in flow anyway. It's just some of the structures that can give us a little bit of freedom, a little bit of, let's say, the rhythm, so we can cover some of the things that are really important, we believe so. And then in the end, we're gonna do a transmission together. So we're gonna focus on what is light language, how it is really like helping, assisting us during the healing or awakening session, how it is helping, assisting the ascension process, what's happening when we are awakening to that like multidimensional language. And in the end, yes, how is it like language is relating to the creating our new realities, or on the new earth. And then we will go for the transmission and share this with all of you, and we will invite you actually to come into the center and do this with us. Sarah?
Yeah.
So let me just say a few words about this. It's not a coincidence, darling, that we meet today. And it's like, when we prepare, I feel, oh my goodness, this is why we actually do this eventually. It's a co-creation of all of us, all of us that are joining in. Me and Sarah, we are in the different part of the world, and then we clicked, and this is what we're doing on this gateway, right? Sarah, don't you feel that this is like a powerful passage as well?
Yes, I think it's about trusting the heart, right? Trusting what feels good. So talking to you feels good. Connecting to you. and just resonating and trusting your heart. Very important right now, definitely.
Right. And as I was saying to the Greek community in the morning, we did this portal activation. I felt these energies of the amnesia of who we are is done. This is
Yeah.
it came through like the end of amnesia. It's like the end of
Wow.
amnesia. The
Like
spiritual,
Mhm.
right? The spiritual amnesia, and we go beyond the illusion. So I feel these frequencies, and actually they kind of start today, and it is in until the end of this year. It's like the end of the illusion of being just a human being. With what does
Mhm.
it mean? Just being, and just being in the air, and how the energy, whatever happens. And I feel like this is the end of that unconscious presence in life.
Mm. Yeah,
Mm.
at the end of, I think, deception, and I think we're all being asked to really rise into our truth. And
Yes.
you're right. You're totally right. Seeing past illusion, and also seeing past the illusion of yourself and what's real and what's not, and what do you need to let go of, and who's your
Yes.
authentic truth and voice, and how can you rise up into that now? All of
Mm-hmm.
that's happening. Definitely, 100%.
Yeah, Mindy, sorry if I pronounce right. Now we have only the presentation, so this is the only thing you need to see right now, and then we're gonna open the camera. So because we just wanted to do the introduction, and then we will also be with the camera for all of you. It is basically, I feel like the visual and the sound, and now just doing the introduction so we can come all together in the field. Sarah,
Mhm.
would you like to bring us all together with your beautiful voice? I can just just center us the field, and then we take it from there. I can take away the slides so we can see your beauty. And
Oh, see your beauty too.
oh my love. Just open your camera. Bravo.
Okay, you want to kind of lead in like just like a
Just
meditation.
center all of us, because I feel like everybody now has joined in, and then we take it from there.
Okay, beautiful. So it's so nice to be with you and connect with you. So just feel that connection as we kind of just close our eyes and we take a nice deep breath into our center of our being. And whenever you're ready, just breathe into that wherever that feels right. Could be your heart, could be your solar plexus, or both, and just breathe into your center state of being. And then breathe out and just send that connection out into the world. And as you breathe in, just relax and drop your shoulders and feel that peace. And then breathe out and release anything that takes away from that connection, that peace. Knowing now you're clearing your vessel and you're opening up your heart center. And just imagine that you just push out the light of your heart like a beautiful sunlight. Just stretch that light as far as you can imagine. Let it fill up all corners of your room. And let it stretch past your house or wherever you are. That it's so very bright. And just bask in the glow of your heart light. And just feel the energy of that. Taking nice deep breaths into that and just pushing all your energy into your center. Maybe down your legs, rooted to the earth. Beautiful pillars of light just connecting you from top to bottom. And I'm hearing light language come in.
Yeah.
Just breathe. Very nice. The ishukuruma at the itya. Amen.
Yes, darling. Yes. So, yes, now I feel we are so much connected. We were before, but now we are here. And,
Mm.
oh, I don't see why. Okay, so let me just,
Oh,
no.
I'll turn my camera off.
Yeah, here it is. Here I think it's, There is one page I'm missing. Something happened. Magic happened. Okay. Okay. Yes. Whew. Yes. 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 So let us take it from there in that presence of just now, the presence of now, the conscious presence. To see how really we go beyond the illusion, and we go beyond any restriction, any distortion that we hold in our vehicle, in our body, and this is how actually what we're sharing right now. I so deeply believe that it's so connected to the light language nature itself. And as I was preparing the presentation, the New Earth Ascension and light language, I feel they're so linked together. I feel that this is the era of multi-dimensional presence.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go fast forward to the what and this is something else that I wanted to say before we jump into the what is light language. So it's like, where are we standing right now? What is the ground? What is the structure that we are go beyond? We say yes, we go beyond, but we go beyond what? So we go beyond the inner neediness and the feeling that there is something we need to fix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and on one level it might be kind of true, but it is only true when the one who is looking at its presence, first of all, remembers that he is already enlightened.
Yes.
Right?
Very true. Remembering that you're perfect the way that you are. Yes.
This radiant sphere of consciousness that we are, and in the center is this portal of the heart, which is the portal of the divine and earth presence. And I would like us to have this conversation today from that base, which I feel, and I know that we're on the same page with you, Sarah, and people who are coming in. It's no more separation. We're not trying to fix the human self. We are, as parents, I believe, who understand that the biology and the human being is transcending the old structures, and we give them the space as parent, as a conscious parent, to do so.
Yes, I think that my guidance always tells me it's not about fixing, right? Because you're divine, you're perfect. It's about remembering. So let's change our language. Let's change our, the way that we think of things. I'm not trying to be anything more than I am. Just remembering. Let's remember. And I think light language is part of that divine remembering. Remembering our multidimensionality, remembering the truth of who we are.
Right.
And that is divinely human. And it's a beautiful remembering. So just, there's nothing wrong with me. I don't have to become more than I am. I just need to forget some of the illusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reconnect and remember the truth of who I am. And light language helps me do that, So.
Right. So if you would say, like, I've put some of the, like, just some expressions and understanding. So we have also, like, the visual and understanding, and we can read it later. But what would you say in the most, like, simple, your way? What is light language right now to you?
That's beautiful. I love saying it in my way. It's a beautiful language of love and connection that has no literal understanding. It just flows through your body. You're basically surrendering to a communication of your heart when you're allowing that communication to come through. Whatever it is, whatever sound, tones, energy, hand symbols, that's light language to me. It's an innate soul, heart-based communication of our higher being, more than just that's not in the energy of separation, that's in the energy of love and connection and allowance. And it's a beautiful, freeing experience to be able to speak light language. It helps center me. And when I meditate, it helps me like relax. You know, it's just, I think it would be a gift if everybody could remember their light language. And remember it. Yeah.
And you know, as I was preparing and wanted to have some kind of, explanation, and what came through is like that huge burst and wave of love and support and that guidance. And all of a sudden I knew what I wanted to write and everything. And then I realized, I was like, yes, light language is the language that my highest self speaks to me.
Yes.
It is the language that I speak with my highest self.
Yes.
And as you say here, like light language, it is an expression of the higher frequency information of love. So this is what happens when we, as you said now, you open the field, and you guided us all to the heart, and instantly you said, like, I hear light language because this is where it lives. It is the frequency, the information of love. It is the love language. It is the language of the open-heartedness. And you know, the light language, many times when somebody is asking me, Victoria, before the session, or before you do that, or before I heard that, or before I started to write, I felt this stuck energy in my body. I didn't, and then how it is happening. And this is the answer to that when this high frequency, it's an energetic field, because when we understand, we surrender and we believe more and we trust more. So when the frequency of the energy field, that your current vibrational field is coming to the contact of that high frequency, it is kind of bringing it together. And as we say in the quantum field, in the quantum structure, 1 + 1 = 3. So what happens is your current situation, your energetic field is kind of, you are feeling frustrated or, distorted or whatever. And there is this light language is coming in, though, through somebody, or you hear it, or you open yourself and you're like, I'm going to try it. I'm going to breathe it through. I'm going to write or dance or whatever. It is instantly starting to shift your energetic presence, your energetic field, your vibrational field, right?
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. And I think that you don't have to, the beautiful thing about light language is once you start connecting with it, it becomes like an innate part of communication where you're not trying to think. And that's a very freeing experience. And it's a tool that can really train you to trust your heart center and your intuition, because that's where our guidance is, where we just let go of the thinking and we drop into the heart. And light language allows you to do that, because when we communicate, there's really no literal translation. It's just a feeling.
Yeah.
So you have to really learn how to feel that and trust that. And it's kind of like it's really cool way of teaching almost. It's like, no, just get out of your mind, get into your heart, feel what's being said. It's beautiful.
And it is like what you're saying right now. It's what's already the description here is it goes beyond your conscious mind. It operates beyond your conscious mind. So, and it goes through your higher self. So you are not consciously at that moment aware how it is working, but it is working, and it is bypassing your unconscious mind, and it works in favor for you. You're not understanding. You just you might feel, you just you relax, and you're not. It's like you're not knowing what goodies are happening for you at that moment. Either you're sharing, or you're receiving, or you're opening to that. This is how, like, and the highest self, this is the most important thing for people to know, whoever is coming for the first time and they're hearing and they're attracted to light language. Nothing can go wrong. And what I mean by that is we are all frequency, everything is energy. So anybody is attracted to anything because there is something that they would like to see. And the thing is that your higher self is in the middle of it. So it's not that Sarah is giving you something and you're receiving it just as it is. Sarah is sharing, Victoria is sharing, you are sharing, or let's talk about the first option that somebody's like you receiving. So it feels like you start to feel that you receive, but in the middle of it is your higher self. So as it says here, your higher self who utilizes the encodements, light encodements, the information as appropriate for each now moment for you.
Yes, that's the
Right?
beautiful thing. Yeah, it's encoded for each person. So if you get something out of it, might be different than what the person next to you is receiving. That's why it's really beautiful.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's so expansive, right? You know, it's
Absolutely. This is why we feel it multidimensional because it's limitless.
limitless, right? There's no, so if I say, hi Victoria, that's very limited, it's very linear, but if I said a greeting to her in light language, it would be very expansive and
Exactly. That's so amazing. That's the best. Like this is such a good example, darling. This is like it's like you can. Oh my goodness! This is such a beautiful multi-dimensional example. Like
yes.
greetings everybody, or you just go and you do your greeting in your light language, and everybody's like, oh,
It's very
wow.
if I say hi to you, right, that just means hello. But if I say it to you in light language, it would be something like, you are the sister of my heart. We are one. We are all, it would be very full and very, round and secular and expansive. And
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. And when it comes now to and it is like what we're saying right now is the first, let's say, the first impression or encounter with the light language, or what it is and how it is. So it is a mix of symbols, energy, move. You can move your hand, you can move your body. It is toning sometimes. I tone lately so much. It's a toning. It's and then it's angelic. It's a galactic family because it
yeah,
was so amazing, and I wanted to say that today it is exactly as you come on earth and you have your physical families, cousins, your how we call it, we have the name, okay, families, I will say that your physical families, everybody, okay, and you come but you know that you're not just a human being. Now you understand that you have angelic families, you have your galactic families. We all are part of this, we all are having this
oneness.
star seeds or angelic origins. And so at some point when we wake up and we wake up to the multidimensionality, right, so we start to communicate, and one of the communication with our multidimensional presences and our beingness is light language. So your higher self now seeing it is like an intermediate, and then your other families are also want to make a connection with you. So this
Yes,
is
it's
yes, and light language is one of the bridges, so you
like
can
a,
communicate.
yeah. That's so true. And you'll
Yeah.
notice too, as you hear it or if you're speaking it, I'm not sure if any of you watching are speaking light language now, or maybe it's coming through. You'll notice it will change, right?
Mm,
So depending on where you are, who you're talking to, or if you're just, it could be that your, guides are coming through. It could be that angelic presence is coming through. I've felt, light beings come through, and the language will change depending, and my hand movements will change. And
absolutely.
so it is really a form of channeling,
Yeah.
and it definitely is. And just allowing whatever, even sometimes I feel like the earth is communicating to me through light language. I don't know if you've ever felt that too.
Absolutely.
Um, whatever energies are available to communicate with you, because that's our natural state, right? We are all essentially channelers. We're here to take in energy and take it in and breathe it out. So
Yeah.
That's a really good point that you brought up.
And there are a lot of like I'm all in favor of the quantum spiritual tools that that can accelerate your remembrance, our remembrance of who we already are. We are already the Christed ascended consciousness. So in light language for me is this, I would say, quantum tool. I don't want to call it a tool, but it is a way, it is a bridge, it is the path, which kind of like the more it brings, the more like a coherent heart. It helps to activate and kind of how you said empower the ascended heart, because we have a lot around the heart, right? It's like it empowers your open heart. You open the heart, and then you can communicate on a totally different level with your mind. And then it's like you are connecting with the higher mind, with your higher presence in your higher like octaves of love, of spirit. And then what does it mean? It means that you start to like connect more and more with higher dimensions, which is the ascension timelines. What does it mean? Higher, beautiful potentials, new solutions, another type of guidance, intuitive presence. You start to really like, you start to live through that field, and you start to really hear your higher self, be in your higher self, walk as your higher self.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, so this is like, oh my goodness, it's like, it's something that I believe we are just beginning to understand, and we are just in the like in the first, although it feels like it's ancient, it's in our DNA, it is who we are, but because we have this being in the amnesia for such a long time, right? It's like we are excited. So how do you feel it works, darling? Like let's put it on the physical, emotional, like let's put it in the way of healing. How you feel it is helping. I've written some things here, and I know that this is a process, because I feel and I see either or private or group sessions, people have different, of course, experiences, but it does goes emotional, mental, physical. What's your feeling about it?
Yeah, how it works. When it's healing, you mean, or how it works when you start receiving it, or both?
Whatever, whatever comes to you, because it is kind of both. And
yeah, so I my light language, and I think we talked about this, Victoria, in the last webinar we did, how our light language came through, and you had said it was very powerful for you, and it was like a healing process, and for me too. I was doing a lot of self-healing, and I was learning energy healing, and it came in when I was doing emotional and energetic release. So I was releasing a lot of stagnant energy and old beliefs about myself, and going through changes and meditating more, and surrounding myself with different types of, people who are more in alignment with me, and really doing work on internal work. And that's when I received it. So it's almost, to me, it works in the way of when you start releasing and clearing, and you create, oh, there you are.
or we can hear you and see you better.
Yeah, so you create more room, you create more space, right? For your multidimensionality, for other parts of you that are ready to be awakened. They're ready, they're there for you. That's already existing for you. So I had that awakening in my early 30s. And then it took me a while to like kind of process how that happened and how that's unfolding. So we have how it works. It's like we have these awakenings that come, and we don't really know or understand why or how it's happening. We're hearing light language, or we're channeling, and we're connecting to light beings, and our human self is like, wait, how the heck is this happening, right? But there's another part of us that already knows how, and that already, so I think a large part of it becomes really surrendering, creating the space to release, and then surrendering. And that surrendering, like whenever I speak light language to people, they usually get the most out of it when they're just feeling. They're just allowing themselves to feel, you know, and it's a place of, oh, that feels so good, and letting go. So I hope that makes sense.
Absolutely, because your energy speaks more than louder than your words.
Yay, multidimensional communication.
Do you feel her, darling? So let us know how you feel about it so far. Does it resonate? Who is in the room? How you feel?
Yeah.
Is there anyone who is already into light language? Or I know some. I know I saw some of the people that are here in the group light language group in Greece that we have weekly, and. Yeah, I feel more and more. It is an era of light language. This is what came through today when I was writing it, and because it is an era of multidimensionality. So how it works, because it, like I would say, if somebody would ask me, because it's a form of high frequency, and anything that comes along and connect with the high frequency, it activates your God selves. It activates your spirit. It activates your love. It activates everything that is in coherence and it's in harmony with your ascended self, with your master self. So for me, either I'm sharing or I'm receiving, I feel how it is instantly shifts me to the like higher state of conscious presence. It's like it is, I would say it's like a shortcut, but it's not a short, but it is in a way, because we are talking about a fifth dimensional form of being, of living, of receiving, of communicating. So that's why it's not for everybody, for sure. We look like crazy sometimes, but this is how it is, right?
But I think it's great because people don't really fully, like when I talk about light language to my community, and some people are really, wow, and other people don't really understand. They're not really, so that's great. Let's have a conversation. Let's open people. It's more than just, oh, I'm speaking this weird whatever, right? Like you said, it's a form of awakening to the potential of who we really are. And that's more than just human, and we are awakening to that now. That's why you're feeling that. That's why you're like, oh, this is the future, because it is.
Yes,
it really is. That's the essence of who we are. We're not this, like you said beautifully, this is the land of illusion. And now we're waking up to that illusion. We're like, oh my God, I'm more than just you.
Yes, and the other thing that it absolutely does, it brings you to now. It brings you to now. It brings you realizing there is no past, there is no future, there is now. And I was actually giving this. I was actually talking about this ascension now, ascended self now in the morning today in the group Greek group we had, and I said it is such a powerful time for us to once and for all realize that, and then like to choose right now, just being that presence of now. Who am I right now? I am this radiant sphere of consciousness, and I am ascended.
Yeah.
So when you come to that like state of understanding and realizing, and anything that helps you to come to that state is magical. And light language is that. For me, it's like that spiritual, multidimensional, like a passepartout key. We say passepartout. I don't know if it's the same in English. It's the key that opens any door.
I love that.
Yeah, it's like it is for, it's emotional, physical, because when we do these quantum leaps, and we have done for like this summertime was like boom all the time, jumping, releasing, and now what we've been asked for is, okay, now it's time to create, darling. This is your new earth timeline of creation. This is your focus now. Just your passion, your soul, like your soul is so gonna push you towards who are you, why are you here, what you want to create for you, for yourself, and for the earth. And this is like, okay, oh, okay, I wanna be in that presence. I wanna be in that now moment. And light language does that.
Yeah, it's a
So
crucial work. You're right. Like a plug, just plugging into an outlet. Yeah, it's very true.
exactly.
Yeah.
So before we go into the transmission, I would like to say that I would like to encourage anyone who wants to. It's like, first of all, when we're gonna do the transmission, come together. Like if anything would come to the surface, just go along with us. Just do that. And maybe you would like to write. Remember, we can also like write. Where am I? And you remember my cosmic consciousness ascension deck? It's from Jamie Price. I've been saying that she's my teacher. So this is, yeah, I'm just reminded. Oh, past life integration. This is what it just came up. So we are releasing. This is your. It can come up. Okay.
So, actually.
You can sing with us. You can move with us.
I think that's a good point. There, light language can be through symbols. You feel like you want to draw and something comes out. It can be through hand movements. If you feel, I do a lot of. You might see colors. You might just feel like see images. Honor that, and then honor. Sometimes you'll notice a shift. Honor the shifts when you feel a change or different energy come through. Like honor, ooh, that's a shift, and feel those, and just be like she's like Victoria said, present, in the now moment, and it's amazing. I'm very excited for this.
It's amazing, and I think it's this card is a connection because today we release and we put the period to the illusion. This is the gate, the ninth gate. It's the completion of the illusion, and what came through. I just wanted to show you something, and the card that was like a past, like sorry, how was it? Yeah, so I lost it already. Past life integration, something like that was like. So before we go into the transmission, you can also focus and say, this is like, I want to release anything doesn't like support me anymore. And then watch what messages will come through because you are with your higher self. Doesn't matter what is coming, the feeling that you will have. It might bring you some messages, some breakthroughs. Just write, have your journal close to you. And it's truly powerful. And I love these things because, and we were talking about with Sarah that we would love to hold some of the, like in English, because I see how group sessions, I see how people are more and more coming to that field of multidimensionality and how it opens and expands their understanding of that, multidimensional presence, and that we are not only that. And when you know that, it frees you.
Yes, it frees you so much to live in a place of joy and to express that joy, not to be like in all that really stuck energies. You don't have to live there anymore. And we're liberating. And the more you liberate for yourself, that's the beautiful thing, because we're all connected. The more you liberate for yourself, the more you're liberating for humanity. That's how it's happening now. It's happening through this self. So we can no longer say, I'm just one person, right? Because we're part of such a oneness. So the more work you're doing for you, the more you do for everybody else.
You see, I even bought a microphone here.
Yay!
I've been really serious about singing and chanting and toning and everything. And it's like, oh my goodness, it comes through. So I'm going to just, go for it. And I really enjoy it. So play with it. You might even, if you're alone, you have you can liberate yourself from anything that is not serving you, and you can feel make it as a ceremony. I will, at some point, you will see me, I might be up and moving my body as well. So let's celebrate this closure, the closure of illusion. That's it, we're done, guys. Let's build this new earth together. Woo-hoo! Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I think we are ready. How you feel, darling? You ready?
I feel good. I feel really happy.
I feel really high right now.
I feel like, oh, very happy.
Okay.
Shoo, wow, yeah.
Yes.
Shoo, woo, 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 wow.
Just allow.
Shoo, woo, 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 wow. Darati, shoo, woo, wow.
Increatis iaramo akiashiatic equat Mumuak intriatete iaha ish. Ayania neawariamok uakiasi abaya abaya. Ikiate newa chintia ki ama isiata. Engia mine tesia tu tuama kia shundu atea. Ia ne kia mua kinsa. Shundu atia kia kumuate. Whatever doesn't serve you anymore, just release. Amatia sia kukuru ate enyata. Mewa chikit into akia kia nava. Emuarias intriate te Andrea te sientu guariama aria te induata airiana amaria watisia ashwant iriano kwakarianes yamakatia Iguata, Indiana was in one. Rinia quasi amasciento wakiate kayaha indua tu quasi newa kunwa kayaha newa aya memoria ka kiate riatua enquariane inhale. Come into this. Iwamoriaf, Antiakiaria, Engiarianus Wayate Hamakiatianeria Tuahara.
Maha. Ma. Naimaha. 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 Naima. Namaha. 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 Naimaha. Namaha. Nahama. Nahama. Naimaha. Nahama. Rekina. Arekina. Shesheya. Ala. Asheshe.
Quantigiane Kias Intuayariana. Wariak Umwatiama Kashe Entuatiaha. Iakom Koko. Iato. 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 Irientu Kuamat Isa. Inya. Eva Kiatenua Umwate. Iriantuma.
Azususu Namaha. Susu Anamaha. Shesheyaha.
The frequencies of truth, the frequencies of intention, the power of intention. Riwak Intwama. Eriamkwa. The higher good of yourself, the higher good of all. We thank these light beings, Lyrians, Syrians, Orions, our higher selves, for joining all the light beings, Pleiadians, or our angelic and galactic cosmic families of light and love, who join this celebration of coming into the light, into the presence of love in every cell of our beings. We are the true masters of light, and we come into the remembrance of love.
Shesheya.
Ashiano ukorianet I.
Shesheyaha. Shukuruwa.
What has been releasing for all of us in the collective, this message came through the frequency of shame.
Oh.
Yes, releasing. We are no longer all these frequencies in our vehicle. We are stepping into the authentic presence of our uniqueness, Nothing needs to be copied or compared. We are unique. You are unique in your own divine presence. Ooh, yes. Ah,
So there's a beautiful occurrence happening for me. I saw this energy of like a snake come in, and it was like a clearing of like a transmutation of an old skin. This beautiful like serpent energy that kind of like just cleared a lot, like just released and just like like a rattlesnake, just made this noise and was like shh, like just cleared a lot of energy. So if you were feeling, seeing impressions, trust those, like whatever you felt, whatever you saw. There was a lot of clearing going on, a lot of clearing, a lot of like breaking apart and just shifting things and moving energy. And I felt that both of us were kind of in sync and in harmony with those shifts. And when they were happening together. It was pretty amazing.
yeah, dissolving, dismantling, and also at the same time opening a space. It was like opening a space for this, like probably the frequencies of truth and coming to remember. There was like a dismantling and in the same time a new space for the rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling, our beautiful friends who are here with us? Any sharings, any experiences that you would like to share? Are you here? Are you still here? Are you?
I know it says 10 people are watching. I don't see any chats going on.
Yeah, well, after the now
Oh,
we will give them a little bit of time.
yeah.
We had
Time.
some messages before in case you didn't see
Oh,
them. But,
I see them now. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So just keep in mind whenever you receive a light language healing, sometimes you don't feel it right away. It can stay with you for many hours, the next day, even. You might not feel anything until tomorrow. I've heard that before. People tell me, I feel fine. And then the next day they're like, I feel weird. So it depends on where you're at vibrationally, right? It's always wherever you're at.
mm-hmm, for sure. Um, whew. I know that after our last gathering, we had some really powerful experiences. People wrote back afterwards, and now somebody is writing. So that was exactly what I experienced. I felt the clearing. I literally saw the blockages breaking apart. I feel lighter. Millie's writing. Andrea is writing, I saw pink and blue colors, and the song Bring Me a Higher Love kept playing over and over in my head. I saw couples
Couples
kissing.
kissing and bunnies. Aw.
That's the space. Beautiful, Andrea. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Oh, wow. Bring me a higher love.
Oh,
Yay.
Millie actually saw blockages breaking apart. Yeah, I saw that too. I saw like this ball of energy like separate and then it was reunited and it was just this beautiful breaking apart and then regathering and then like a contraction and expansion, like just moving.
I feel a lot of water will be needed because we also in that powerful passage 9 to 13. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah,
uh,
and at the end as well, I felt Galactic Family come in. Um, Towards the end and they were like welcome back my brothers and sisters, welcome back.
a
We've
lot of
been,
Pleiadian energy. I was
what,
just
yeah, yes,
a lot of Pleiadian
I
energy.
felt that.
Oh wow, come, just
I
yeah.
felt that.
It's wonderful you come together, family. Just join. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely. I felt that too. I actually heard Indians. And I was like, oh, hello. You can feel. So when you, if the audience who's watching, when you start listening more to light language or you're starting to speak it yourself, you start to get a feel, right? Like you start to get a feel, oh, that's Palladian, that feels Arcturian, that feels Lemurian, that you start to get this feel,
yeah.
ooh, that feels angelic. You know,
Mm.
sometimes when I start to sing, like, I don't know if you feel this way, Victoria, like sometimes the singing feels angelic to me. A
Mm.
higher tone feels very, like I see like just pure, like angelic light come in.
Orions are those who always taking me out, like I'm standing up because they're clearing the in the physical is going, and it's like stand up. And sometimes that's why I don't know if anybody or even if somebody is watching it on YouTube, like did you have any like spontaneous movement from in the body? Like if you feel that, go like do that because it helps. Like it's like you shake everything out of like the old, and or even they're making the adjustments, like the new recalibration in your etheric or energetic bodies, and the physical is the one who's like kind of in the way, and they're like, come on, come up and just move your body. So at some point, maybe when you will listen to that, this is another point, when you will listen to that again in some couple of days, if you would like to try, you see you're going to have totally different experiences, because you're going to be in the totally different space within you, and
Yeah.
you will come to that like feel, energetic feel, and you will see how different and maybe more calm or maybe more conscious, or because we had these energies that they work with the truth, so we identify what our true desires, true being, true
Mhm.
choices, and also in the intention. So they were like kind of, what are your intentions? And it's, oh my goodness, I know that we could be like going until, yeah, tomorrow.
I know.
uh, but it was amazing once
Yeah,
again.
we're gonna do it again, right?
Yes, yes, actually we are going to do that again. We will see the date. We will see how, I mean, there is nothing to see, darling. It's it's happening already. I feel,
Happening.
I feel it already, and yeah,
Yes, if you're
everything
curious
divine.
about anything, reach out to us. Or if you're on Victoria's end, reach out to Victoria. I don't know who's from your pool, who's from my pool. But we'll be doing this again. And I'm going to be teaching a light language academy. I'm going to have Victoria as a guest speaker as well. And other people who speak light language. That's going to start in November. We're going to be doing a series of these together all throughout September and October. I'm so excited.
Oh wow! Farah is writing. This is a Greek goddess. She's writing really unbelievable. Oh my
Well, she had the same song when she woke
fall
up, and
asleep. No, it's a Farah. I fell asleep, and when I wake up, I had the same song with Andrea in my mind. Really? Wow.
yeah,
Are you in the same town? I don't think so. Andrea, where you come from? That's really cool, Farah. Farah is in Rhodes. It's a Greek island. Where are you, Andrea?
wow. So they
Imagine,
have some.
I'm traveling from Australia to Rhodes as well. I'm in Rhodes right now. Imagine that.
Oh
That
my
would
gosh! Wow. Yes.
Oh, beautiful. These are divine synchronicities, everybody. You see? Oh my goodness. I'm so
A
passionate.
final message I have that I was getting before too is make sure you're moving your body. Go for walks.
It's my head. Wow.
Oh, she's in Dublin. She said, "Oh,
Ooh, Ireland right now.
is that my Andrea? Oh, she's in. Oh my God! Oh, that's so funny. Oh
Wow.
wow, that's
Really?
amazing.
Oh, I mean,
Wow."
that's miraculous. We are the miracles. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for coming and tuning in. And I'm so glad we did this. I hope you're feeling it wherever you are in the world, Dublin or Greece or New York. Sending you much love.
We send you love, all the best, millions of conscious nows. Remember, oh my goodness, we're so powerful, infinite, beautiful, ascended beings, and we will see you very soon.
Love you guys.
Thank you so much, darling. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye.